We teach 4 methods of multiplication in Year 5. The first extends the compact method taught in Year 4, but with larger numbers multiplied by a 1-digit number. The next 3 involve multiplying by a 2-digit number. We begin with 2 digits multiplied by 2 digits. Today, our learning objective looks at being able to multiply a 3-digit by a 2-digit number using the long column multiplication. My number sentence is 564 multiplied by 23. And I will use my steps to learning to help me complete this calculation. My first step asks me to write the numbers in columns. As you can see, I've already set them out in columns, 1 digit per square. My next step asks me to leave 2 rows. I've left my 2 rows. This is because I'm multiplying by a 2-digit number. The next step asks me to draw my answer lines. And again, I've drawn my answer lines here using a ruler to ensure my work is presented correctly. As we know from prior learning, we must always multiply from the right. So I'm going to start with my ones. My next step asks me to multiply my ones by the ones. So in this case, 4 multiplied by 3 is 12. So I'm going to put my 2 there and carry over the 1. My next step asks me to multiply the tens by the ones. So 6 multiplied by 3 is 18. Not forgetting the 1 I carried over, I have 19. I'll put my 9 there, carry over my 1 and cross this one out. The next step asks me to multiply hundreds by the ones. So that's 5 multiplied by 3. This gives me 15. Add in the 1 I carried over, I will have 16. So I will put my 6 there and carry over the 1. As I have no digits left to multiply by the ones, I can then carry this up into the thousands column. The next step is very important when multiplying by a 2-digit number. It asks me to drop a line and add a placeholder. This is because we have finished multiplying by the ones and we are now multiplying by a tens number. So again, I will follow the steps. 1 multiplied by the tens. So 4 multiplied by the 2 gives me 8. The next step, 6 multiplied by the 2 gives me 12. So I'm going to do my 2 and carry over my 1. The next step asks me to multiply the hundreds by the tens. 5 multiplied by 2 is 10. Adding my 1 on my carryover gives me 11. I'm going to put my 1 carried over there. As I have no more digits to multiply by the tens, I can move this up into the 10,000s column. My next step asks me to add each column starting from the right. So I'm going to put my addition sign there to remind me. 2 add 0 is 2. 9 add 8 is 17. Carry the 1 over to the hundreds column. 6 add 2 is 8. Not forgetting the 1 I've carried over gives me 9. 1 add 1 is 2. And 0 add 1 is 1. My next step says to check. So let's just check that I've done all of the steps that it's asked me to do. I wrote my numbers in the columns. I left 2 rows for my calculations and I drew my answer lines. I started multiplying from the right. 1s multiplied by the 1s, 4 multiplied by 3 is 12. 10s by the 1s, 6 by 3, 18, add that carry over, 19. Hundreds multiplied by the ones, 5 times 3 is 15, add that 1, gave me 16. Did I drop a line and put a placeholder in? Yes, I did. Then my ones multiplied by my tens gave me 8. My tens multiplied by my tens gave me 12, and I carried the 1. My hundreds multiplied by my tens gave me 10. 5 times 2 is 10. Add that 1, gave me 11. And then I added the columns. 2 add 0 is 2. 9 add 8 is 17, so I carry a 1. 6 add 2 is 8. Add the 1 gives me 9. 1 add 1 is 2. And 0 add 1 is 1. So have I checked it? Yes. So 564 times and multiplied by 23 is 12,972. We extend this learning in year 5 to looking at multiplying a 4-digit number by a 2-digit number using this same method.
In Year 6, we move on from Year 5's learning and increase the amount of digits for long multiplication. We also further extend our learning through word problems and reasoning. Here, I will model the final method on our calculation policy for multiplication. Let's take a look at our learning objective. To be able to multiply a decimal by a decimal using the long written method. So at this stage in Year 6, we are secure with this method, but our new learning today is to actually understand the easiest yet most accurate way of multiplying decimals. So our number sentence is 2.49 multiplied by 4.3. So let's take a look at our steps to learning. Take decimal points out. So when we set out our number sentence, we set it out exactly the same way as we do for long multiplication, but we have removed the decimal points. So our number sentence now is 249 multiplied by 43. We're now going to multiply exactly the same way as we would do for normal long multiplication. Starting in the ones column, 9 times 3, 9, 18, 27. Moving on, 4 times 3, 4, 8, 12. Add the 2 is 14. Remember to cross out the 2. 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. Add the 1 is 7. Now don't forget, we're going to add our placeholder, because that's going to symbolise that we're multiplying by tens. Now we're going to move here. So we're going to do 9 times 4. 9, 18, 27, 36. Pop that in. 4 multiplied by 4 is 16. Add the 3 is 19. 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. Add the 1 is 9. We're now going to add. Okay, so 7 and 0, 7. 4 and 6 is 10. 7 and 9 is 16. Add the 1, 17. 9 add the 1 is 10. So, count total decimal places from original numbers. So to do that, I'm going to reveal here. So here we've got 1, 2, 3 digits after decimal place. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. So in 2.49 multiplied by 4.3, there are 3 digits after the decimal point. So now we're going to add the decimal point back into our answer. So we're going to always start from the right. We're going to count 3 places from the right. So 1, 2, 3. Our decimal point will go here. So our answer is going to be 10.707. Remember, the decimal point is extremely important. If we don't pop it back into our answer, the answer will be wrong. So, a very quick overview to check, because remember we always check at the end. Have we multiplied using the long written method? Yes, we have. Have we included the placeholder? Yes, we have. Have we counted the decimal places from the original number? 1, 2, 3. Yes, we have. So therefore, in our answer, there should be 1, 2, 3 decimal places. So today we were learning to be able to multiply a decimal by a decimal using the long written method, and our number sentence was 2.49 multiplied by 4.3, and so therefore our answer is 10.707.